All right, kids, it's a story that's had many parents disturbed for a while now. Pictures of their young children taken and posted on social media platforms by a registered sex offender. Good evening, everybody. I'm Lee Goldberg.
And I'm Lindsay Mills. At the time, back in January, police couldn't do anything about it because there was nothing technically illegal about it. The pictures were taken in public places. But now, after a months-long investigation and a new law on the books, police have made an arrest, and a Maine mother is breathing a sigh of relief.
My bubble was burst, and I saw pictures taken very close of my daughter with me standing directly behind her.
January 2018, at supermarkets and retail stores in central Maine, children were secretly photographed by a registered sex offender. Their parents would later discover the photos posted on social media.
After having a total breakdown, I started spending hours just scrolling through anything I could find connected to him.
Parents like Jessica Sproul, one of the first to speak out about it, and she was among the many who called Augusta police. At the time, though, there was nothing illegal about it.
And not fun for us to hear as parents.
To fight back, a Facebook group of parents formed. #Time for a Change.
The bill is about protecting our children from sex offenders.
And Augusta Representative Matt Pouliot wrote an emergency bill. By April, a new state law had been created, making the intentional photographing of a minor without a parent or guardian's consent by a registered sex offender a Class D crime. Meanwhile, a months-long investigation was underway, and Thursday, police arrested 34-year-old Robert Robinson, the same man they say was taking those secret photos and posting them online. He's charged with 3 counts of possession of sexually explicit material of a minor under 12 years of age.
To know that they got it and they caught him and he's in jail is just, it's just such a sense of relief.
Detectives from the Augusta Police Department say they got a search warrant and it took several months to comb through all the images on Robinson's social media accounts.
Robinson's bail was set at $15,000 cash, and he is being held at the Kennebec County Jail.
All right, checking in on the weekend forecast.
Yeah, today was like, open the windows, let that fall crisp air come into my home. Thank you, sir.
It was pretty beautiful today. This is, for a lot of people, the perfect kind of weather. Right now we're in the 60s, some low 70s, still sticking around in Augusta. Waterville, water temperature at 67 degrees. Dew points, though, obviously way down. At one point yesterday, the dew point was 74, so a big change today. Now in the 40s in a lot of spots and some 50s around there, but it stays dry not only overnight tonight, but in through the weekend as well. We stay with that fall feeling, and a huge contrast, of course, to the weather we had to begin the week and up until yesterday when those thunderstorms came through. Because of the lack of moisture, there's a lack of cloud cover as well, and that's something that we'll see throughout the weekend. There's just a big ridge of high pressure coming down from Canada, settling over Maine. So if anything, you see a few high, thin clouds here and there, but otherwise sunny through Saturday and Sunday. So your hour-by-hour forecast, not overly exciting. Now we start Saturday on the coolish side, a lot of us in the 40s, and by the middle of the day Saturday, we're probably only around 70 degrees or so. Not going to do too much better than that. Sunday is actually even cooler. We end up around 65, 66 during the afternoon, but again, notice really nothing in the way of cloud cover. Guys, weekend looks fantastic. We are going to talk about the tropics a little bit, as well as some temperatures in the 30s. Lee, I know you'll be very excited about that.
May be familiar.
All right, thanks, Keith. Hunter LaChance is a sophomore at Kennebunk High School today, and today he testified before the Senate Judiciary Committee in opposition to Brett Kavanaugh's nomination to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Coming up at News Center Maine at 5:30 and 6 o'clock, you'll be able to hear what the 15-year-old had to say. All right, all week it's been in the discussion's been dominating the news feeds. Colin Kaepernick, the face of Nike's latest Just Do It campaign.
Well, there's one video that caught our attention on Facebook today, and it comes from Maine Military Supply in Holden. Take a look.
Go.
What are you doing? You trying to burn Nikes for?
Man, I just didn't need them anymore, you know? So I figured I'd burn them.
Well, rather than burn them, destroy them, throw them away, whatever you were going to do, why don't you donate them?
Yeah, that sounds like a way better idea.
Right over here. Nikes for veterans. All you got to do is just come into the store, bring your old Nikes, or heck, Any other shoe, boot, anything like that you don't use, donate them here, and we can find vets in need that need shoes, need boots, so we can help people rather than just destroy good old shoes.
Man, isn't that swell? That's way easier.
Just like that.
So the store is collecting any brand shoes, and it's all going to help veterans in our state. Obviously, that is in response to people saying they were going to burn their Nikes in opposition to their advertising campaign with Colin Kaepernick, and these men saying, you know what, why are we burning good shoes that our veterans could use? So.
Right, and the Facebook video is getting not just our attention, but attention of dozens of people. It had 1,000 views at the time I watched it. People are sharing it left and right, so you probably saw it pop up on your feed today too.
Pretty big deal. All right, so let's just imagine you're like super smart, you want to be a biologist. I'm not imagining you're going to be super smart. We already know that that's true. So you're in the science field, and all of a sudden your career totally takes a turn to something totally different.
I'm wondering if that's when someone becomes a parent, maybe insert a new career.
Let's not give away the ending.
Okay.
Watch this.
Can you say hi?
Christina Grabars went to college for and then got her master's in biology. After grad school, the Maine native came home and worked for almost 7 years at IDEX in the microbiology lab doing research and development. After having her second son, Christina traded in her microscope for a sewing machine.
Just kind of found sewing as a creative outlet, and I made him quilts and other just little things for his nursery.
After friends and family commented about her children's homemade booties, the idea for Two Little Beans and Company sprouted.
Just had people that would ask for them, or I'd make them as gifts, and everyone said, "Oh, these are awesome. You should start to sell them."
After almost 4 years of selling stuff, business is booming. Christina even had to hire someone to help keep up with demand. But no matter how many booties and bibs go out the door, each item has personal touch.
It's a really nice feeling to know that they would put their baby in something that I made. So they, trust that it's good quality and it looks cute on them. So yeah, it's special.
Once both children are out of the house, the plan is to help this baby business grow, which means bye-bye biology.
I still have to handle all of the paperwork side of running a business. So I get my math fill on my Excel spreadsheets. So I'll take that.
And if you want to learn more, check out what all this stuff looks like. We will have a link to their website on our website coming up just a little bit after News Center Now is over, so make sure you check it out.
I'm always so amazed at women who can make the career and motherhood work.
Well, so I said,
amazing.
Have you been sewing for a while? She's like, no, not really. I go, did you go to YouTube University or something? And she's like, pretty much, just kind of I did it a little bit, but really perfected it just from watching other people doing videos, and now her stuff is flying off the shelf.
I'm pretty sure she's probably pretty good at studying already, so a little bit of studying through those YouTube videos, and off she goes.
Kids are overachievers these days, I'm telling you. It was gorgeous outside today. People had some great Snapchats showing what they were up to.
But take a look at this. It wasn't just, us humans enjoying this cooler weather. It was for the birds, and way more animals too. All right, coming up, we'll see which snack shack that Jess and Coco are heading to this week.
And a brand new Friday segment called Senioritis Stories. It will premiere. You don't want to miss this.
I forgot to ask them about the animals.
She's in a rush today. It's Friday.
I'm not.
Lindsay's got somewhere to go.
Isaac, I'm so sorry. Isaac.
All right, kids, where we got?
I'm sorry. Oh, guys, I'm not following directions today.
What's up, Fred? What's up, John? What's up, Jessica?
I'm sorry, Isaac, if you can hear me.
That's a lot of pressure if you want us to make you laugh.
No. Let's see here. Hey, what'd you guys think of the cooler weather today? It was a big change of pace.
I thought it was nice.
I was actually cold taking the dogs out this morning. Here we go. What's everybody up to this weekend?
John says that was awesome for the kids. Yeah, that is awesome. Her stuff is so good too.
Yeah. It was so
I was
cute.
just looking around going, ooh, I want one of those, and one of those, one of those. Are we moving? Is that why you're standing, or are you just bored? Oh, anchors to the newsroom. Hey, we got to go.
We gots to go.
How would you like to split this up? Isaac.
It doesn't matter.
How about I'll go first.
Okay.
And you pick it up here.
Biddeford?
Yep. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Joe says, no, Norm says stop drinking coffee. Is that for you?
All right. I don't know. I don't drink coffee, but thank you, Norm.
I drink lots of coffee.
No, Isaac, don't do that. Don't side with her.
Who, with me?
Yeah, just kidding. Oh, okay.
Fred says, any day with low humidity and no white stuff,
Yeah,
meaning
seriously.
snow, it's a great day.
Nice today. Today felt like fall, it smelled like fall, it's just got football in the air.
All the feelings.
Right?
Yeah, Biddeford's probably feeling super excited because their football team has its home opener tonight at a brand new field. And that's where we find Chris Costa and Jess Gagne. They're checking out the Snack Shack. And guys, you bringing anything back?
Maybe. We'll think about it. Yeah, Waterhouse Field is the place to be tonight. This has so much tradition. I am feeling pretty emotional because this is my home field. This is where I went to high school. It's still the same Waterhouse, but it's absolutely brand new. I'm going to grab the camera in just a second so we can give you a little bit of a visual tour of what's going on here. But we have Jerry Lapierre and Liz LaBelle, who are volunteers here, who were part of making this what it is. I mean, are you blown away just to see people coming through the door right now and seeing this in action?
Yeah, it's amazing to see everybody show up, and we're hoping for at least 2,000 people, but everybody that comes in will be surprised.
That's great.
Liz, I want to ask you, there was a lot of volunteer work that went into this, and you are the vice president of the Biddeford High School alumni. So what does it mean to you to know that there are people in this community who wanted to give back and make something special for all the kids who are going to go through and play on this field for years to come?
I think that they've been looking forward to this all new stadium, and I think we're going to be very happy with the results. We had a lot of volunteers. Yes, I think some of us spent the nights here practically trying to get things spruced up and ready for the grand opening of today.
Gotcha. How does it feel to be here today?
Fantastic.
Awesome. Jerry was just under a machine a couple of minutes ago. He's also been helping out with cooking burgers. What is the special in the Snack Shack tonight?
Special. We cook everything: chicken nuggets, French fries, onion rings, pizza. Everything's made fresh. Everything's freshly made, and we pride ourselves on if we got cooks that don't cut it, we cut them out of the loop pretty quick. But
you run a tight ship.
Oh, we do. We do it. I mean, the stuff we have is all quality food. You can get it at any restaurant in town, but we strict guidelines to follow if you're going to be a cook here.
Sure. Now a lot of times, with the snack shacks at the high schools, the money ends up going back into the community or the high school in some way. Can you explain how that works here in Biddeford?
Well, with the BAA, Biddeford Athletic Association, all the money stays with Biddeford Athletic Association until the school department, high school department needs uniforms or equipment for the kids, and they put in a requisition with us, and then we vote on it. And most of the time they get either all of what they're asking for or percentage. Usually we give anywhere from $25,000 to $30,000 back to the school each year. But last few years it's been short because of the crowds were down and stuff, but now that we got the crowds back, hopefully we'll be able to pump it up again. So
excellent. And this is all thanks to a ton of volunteers who worked tirelessly to take down the old bleachers, put in the new ones. There was a lot of community and volunteer donations. We're going to tell you a lot more about that coming up on News Center Maine at 6. Lee and Lindsay, back to you.
All right, guys, thank you very much. And the NFL season started last night, which gets us thinking a little bit, of course, Sunday when the Patriots play their season opener against the Texans.
And News Center Maine will be there with coverage from that game that you will be able to see on our Sunday shows.
So everybody likes to make predictions about the Patriots especially. So I was asking people today just if they thought the Patriots would be over or under 12 wins during the regular season, because most people think that they will win about 12. So what do you think, over or under? The over-under in Las Vegas was actually set at 11. So if you felt like wagering, where it's Las Vegas, it's legal to do that, 11 is the number they picked. So I had people have been weighing in on my Twitter there, and you can see at TV Lee G. So about 56% of you say so far that the Patriots will win more than 12 games. 44% of you say that they will win less than 12 games, and I'm going to ask you what you think.
Oh, TV Teddy, that's not nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, we probably could have skipped that part, but what do you think?
You know, gosh, there's a lot of pride with Patriots Nation.
Sure, but
right?
you have to use your head and not your heart.
Exactly.
This is strategigic.
Yeah.
More or less than 12?
Oh, okay. I'm going to say more. You know, I'm pretty confident.
I'm actually going to say less.
You are?
I am. I'm just.
You
I don't know
also
why.
didn't set yourself up for disappointment with the Super Bowl, so.
Yeah, I'm just.
Are you just setting
keeping
yourself
it real.
up for?
I'm rooting for 16-0,
okay.
but I feel like it's going to be less. Okay.
We'll have to wait and see.
Throw that out there.
All right, speaking of the Patriots, Tom Brady is already recruiting for next year's team. The GOAT commented on a LeBron James Instagram post. He said, quote, "Damn, bro, come play tight end. You and Gronk would be unstoppable."
LeBron did play football when he was in high school. He was an all-state receiver as a sophomore and a junior in the state of Ohio. Boy, wouldn't that be quite the pairing. LeBron James and Rob Gronkowski lining up at tight end.
I'd love to see LeBron do a Gronk spike with a basketball.
Good call.
Ortiz, who's
I was just going to say, did you guys hear Ortiz in the background?
Goes, ooh, yes.
All right, we are going back to college in just a little bit to see what senior year is like for News Center Maine's intern.
Oh, is this an intern right here? Oh, no, wait, it's just Keith Carson. He's right back with his forecast. Keith, that's a great whiteboard. Yeah.
Careful what you ask for. That's the only thing I haven't done yet. Yeah, that's true. I did do it once in West Virginia for one day. They never asked me to come back. I don't know why.
Wait, they didn't ask you to do what, the weather?
I did the weather one day in West Virginia.
What do they call the people when they come in from picket lines? Scabs?
Yeah, was that me?
Like,
I'd
I'll
be
be
the scab weather guy.
and be like, hey.
So we go to
So
the
when I was in
monitors
West Virginia,
first, right?
the weather guy called in sick and they asked me to do it. So I've probably told you this before, but I don't know if I've told you guys this before. So I did the weather because at the time, this was a while ago, and you just had to read it basically off of a wire thing. So I said that there was a 50% chance of participation.
Ah.
So I didn't even know I was wrong. I'm like, I just did my whole life at that point, I assumed that's what it was called.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's weird. That's the same name as if you participate in something. So they're like, yeah, no, it's precipitation. I go, oh. They never asked me to do it again. So I don't know why.
Related to that, when I was
maybe that's why I made $12,000 a year.
Right. When I was a kid, growing up in Catholic church, I used to think that Jesus was killed by an unconscious pilot, like a helicopter pilot or something. Instead of Pontius Pilate is involved in
that's
and I thought,
what you.
Yeah, throughout my life, I pictured him dying in like a helicopter crash or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you, by chance?
And I just figured out last
helicopters back in whatever year that was.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was a kid. Okay.
Did you go to St. Agnes by chance?
No, I went to New Hampshire to Bishop Girton.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Hence my 603 number.
Oh, that's right.
From high school. Yeah.
That makes sense.
I never want to get rid of it.
That makes sense.
Donna says Patriots will win 11. Then Donna says I changed my mind, 13-3. So okay.
12's a high over/under.
So we're gonna
it's a lot of wins.
This. Do you want to go first, or want me to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay.
Marie, I saw your comment a little while ago about how you could finally use the oven today because it's been so cool, and you made a flourless chocolate concoction with raspberry sauce. That sounds so delicious, and I completely agree. I mean, I don't really want to bake unless it's like cooler out.
What's everybody making for Sunday? What's everybody's football food?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming since it's going to be like 60 degrees on Sunday, everybody's going to be home Sunday at 1 watching the Patriots. What are we eating? Let's get to the important question. What are we eating?
So as we try to keep up with the times, every once in a while a fabulous intern will come along, and that intern for us was Maddie Rayner, and she's showed us so many things. She's explained Snapchat to me and how to really utilize Instagram stories.
Keeping us in touch with the kids today. So this is a proud mom and dad moment for us here, because Maddie interned for us all summer long. She's actually interning for us now as well. And we're going to have her on the air every Friday night at 5 o'clock to give us some senioritis stories, to tell us what it's like to be a senior in college. So if you're a kid, you'll know what she's talking about. If you're a parent, maybe this will help explain some things.
It'll bridge the gap.
The debut of Senioritis Stories with Camden's very own Maddie Rayner.
The day 3 years ago you thought would never come, well, it's here, and it's the biggest wake-up call of them all. My name is Madison Rayner, and I'm currently an intern at News Center, Maine. I'm a Mainer who's pursuing a journalism and legal studies double major at the University of Massachusetts in Amherst. I'm a TA, RA, and a member of Greek life here at UMass. It's my senior year. And like many of you who are currently in the last year of college, there is a lot going through my mind. What's this year going to bring? Can I really afford to go out this Thursday? Am I that washed up senior? What's my next step? And do I have to leave in May? This is Senioritis Stories. It's a weekly segment for now that touches on subjects that we as college students can relate to. The syllabus for the semester includes topics like balling on a budget, planning your student loans, checking off that senior bucket list, and so much more. So if you're gearing up to go to college, or you're like me and about to enter your last year, send me any questions you have and I'll do the best to answer them. Or if you're a parent and you're having a hard time communicating with your college senior, send me those questions and I'll pass them along to my mom, because trust me, she's been through it all. Thank you, and I hope you'll follow me on this journey, and maybe together we won't catch senioritis too bad.
So I've seen Maddie's syllabus for the story she's going to bring us every Friday, and these are going to be so good. Like, I mean, as a parent, you know, I don't have a senior in college yet, but I've got a college student, and I was like, I want to know what they're going through, because it was a long time ago for me. Not so much for you.
That's true.
So I'm excited about
It's in the middle for me. She had bananas in her dorm room, which I can't remember ever eating anything that healthy when I was
Really?
I ate those like Stouffer's bread pizza. You know what I'm talking about? Like
those
700 calories. Ortiz still eats those. Where
Hot
is she?
Pockets.
So,
those are good. Hunger Man's.
Do you ever see the comedy skit on how Hot Pockets only have two temperatures, still frozen and magma?
They burn your mouth.
Yeah.
It's so true, though.
You're like, well, it's not quite warm enough.
It's true.
20 more seconds should be fine. Oh, my mouth is on fire. All right, high temperatures today. Beautiful day today. Dew points way down. Ended up around 70 to 72 in most spots. And we're currently sitting in the 60s as well. Augusta's still at 70, 72 in Waterville, but temperatures will drop pretty quickly tonight with those low dew points around. And they are low in the 40s and 50s. So the humidity is gone. And you know, we've had this summer, of course, in which we've just been breaking records on humidity. Yesterday was a really humid day, but we're going to go all the way through the weekend and through at least mid next week, keeping dew points down, a sign of the season change that's coming, because we haven't been able to do that at all consistently this summer. Visible satellite's pretty clean. You know, when you have such low moisture content in the atmosphere, that manifests itself not only in what it feels like to be outside, but in the clouds that can develop. So all you can really get in this kind of weather is high, thin cirrus clouds, and that's what we'll see here and there through the weekend. But even that is pretty sparse. Tomorrow morning, maybe a few of them around. We end up sunny, though, through the afternoon. Sunny again through Sunday afternoon, and again on Monday. So it's a lock for the weekend. No chance of showers, really not much in the way even of cloud cover. However, with all that crisp air comes some crisp mornings. Lee, paying attention to this, could be in the 30s in a lot of spots across the state. So it's going to feel like fall. Getting excited, Lee, I'm looking at you. All right, let's have a look at Florence right now. It is deteriorated quite a bit in the past 24 hours, tropical storm. However, the computer models continue to point it in a hugely unusual track. There has never been a tropical system in this position and this longitude that has made a United States landfall, yet all the models are telling us that that is a good possibility, if not a likelihood. So we'll keep an eye on this. We're still 7 days away, but if it ducks to the south of Bermuda, we have a good chance of it being an East Coast storm somewhere. I don't want to show you more than one spaghetti model. That's enough. But we'll keep an eye on that. I'm not concerned about direct hit here. I would think more that it could just impact our weather in general. If it ends up in the Carolinas, we'll be humid, blah, 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 all that. So after a nice weekend, some rain on Tuesday, back to nice weather Wednesday. And again, by Thursday and Friday, that weather, although it looks mild now, is truly dictated by what happens with Florence. And Florence is worth watching because it is likely to be a Category 4 hurricane when it comes in the vicinity of the East Coast. So we'll see if it's a story or if it goes out to sea.
So is this going to happen? We're predicting Patriots. You predict, is this going to be the first time that it actually ever hits the East Coast?
You know, Jess and I were just talking about that. I'm going to take a close pass, but out to sea. It's just so hard to get something from that spot to the east.
Speaking of Florence, too, though, there was a cruise ship that was supposed to go from Boston to Bermuda, and it's been diverted away from Bermuda to avoid the storm, and it's now coming to Bar Harbor.
They've hit a few of them over the years, and they shouldn't because they're out there and it's obvious.
Any Mainers on that cruise ship, we want to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ask now at newscentermaine.com.
And I love fall, by the way. It's just winter I don't want to talk about, so bring fall on.
30s.
Bring it on.
Also bringing on News Center Maine at 5:30, which means we bring on Cindy Williams. Hey, Cindy.
Hi, guys. There is a big public outcry over a major transmission line that is going to run through western Maine, some of the prettiest parts of Maine. Coming up on News Center at 5:30, we're going to hear from both sides of this argument. And the Senate Judiciary Committee listened to more testimony in regards to Brett Kavanaugh's nomination to the Supreme Court. We're going to hear what a Maine teenager had to say about that. It's all coming up at 5:30. Back to you.
Very impressive to see him
so cool.
grill
15.
a potential Supreme Court justice.
Yep.
All right, News Center Maine now.
Go ahead, keep going. Call what you want. Go ahead.
When we come
we'll be back.
I said before the show I can't speak today. So there you go. I almost said News Center Maine at now. That doesn't make any sense.
It's all good. I knew what you meant.
Jesse's a fan of the Senioritis. I know. Isn't that really cool?
Maddie did a great job.
We're super pumped.
Good job, Maddie.
John says he's having lobster, scallops, and shrimp tonight.
John, what's the address?
Or for the game.
Please?
For the game.
John, what's the address?
Yeah.
Because I'm coming over
Jessica
for that.
says Gutner's been using the word autumn a lot. She says, is it me or does it seem like we just skip the word autumn and go straight to fall? LOL.
Keith. I was going to say, isn't it tomato, tomato? There's no difference. Yeah, but James Taylor doesn't sing about winter, spring, summer, and autumn. It's winter, spring, summer, and fall.
Right.
So what is autumn? Maybe we should brain drop that. Why do we have autumn if it's supposed to be fall?
Well,
winter is winter. There's another name for that. Why does fall have two names?
I actually don't know.
Hey Jeff,
Let's
what's
brain
going on?
drop it. I'm gonna email you.
Good,
can
how
I
are
email?
you?
Can I email you that?
Yeah, you can't.
I'm gonna email you that.
Let's see.
Well, it's the only season that has two names. Everybody else has one. So I'm gonna email you that, and you're gonna find out. Okay. Yes. Keith's gonna answer my question.
I couldn't talk after your tease.
No, don't answer
I
it
wanted
now.
to say News Center Maine it now.
Don't
continues.
answer
like,
it
what does that
now.
even
I'm
mean?
going to email you.
But that's my guess.
And I want you to put my question up on the screen as a viewer that wrote in. I want.
When we
I want
fall back,
thread.
it's the something. It's the
Come on,
autumnal equinox or something. So that's probably where
Don't
it comes
answer
from.
it now.
All right, fine.
I'm emailing you, and you're going to show it. You have 30 seconds for this. You hear that?
Yeah, that's okay. That's all we need.
Sorry,
Okay.
we've been chatty Cathy.
It's like a novelty.
You would add more, but Lindsay couldn't remember the name of our show.
And I couldn't ad-lib about snap maps today.
People
That
still
was
use
my
it. I feel
favorite
like people
thing.
aren't even using Snapchat anymore. It happened quick.
Yeah, Instagram stories where it's
Instagram.
at. That's what Maddie
That's
says.
where I put all my shirtless pics. You know.
He's not even lying.
No, what? It's a true story.
He's being completely
You didn't see
accurate.
that? Oh God,
Dude, I don't follow you on Instagram.
You would have a field day with this.
I'm clearly not going to be following you on Instagram.
No, but you'd be conflicted because actually I tagged you in it. Did I mention him in it? It was supposed to be the Dads and
in
News
the
Center
message thread.
calendar.
Yeah.
It was me holding Luca, but I didn't have a shirt on. I
Okay.
said, Lee and Gutner, your move.
My wife told me about
You
this.
did.
Okay. All right.
So
get on it.
I've got to move.
All right, quick raindrops today. International Space Station got a little hole in it the other day. Little tiny meteor, it's called a micrometeorite, hit the spacecraft, ended up with a tiny, tiny little hole in. But this is great. While they were trying to figure it out, the Russian astronaut, time-old tradition, they just put their finger on it while they were talking to
like that
ground
finger
control.
right there?
Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah.
Also made him technically the first person to ever touch outer space without a spacesuit.
What?
Think about it. You always go on a spacewalk, you got to go in a spacesuit. He's the first person to ever technically put his skin up against outer space air.
right.
But they fixed the hole.
Did anything happen? Did he get
No, it was fine.
frostbite?
It was it wasn't enough air. But that's why you can't go out in space.
You guys keep going.
Is the show
I think
still?
we have to go.
Yeah, okay.
Is that flat? All right, we said Maine at 5:30.
It's the
right now.
curve of the.
Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Yes, you could have a lot of fun with it. Like all this.
Thank you.